Kia ora and welcome to the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games. This is the 11th year, and this year I'm going to be taking Bonnie around for her first go. But before we start, we're going to be off with the Solomons and give you a pair of these red bands, mate.
Beauty, thanks Tangaroa. I'm super excited to be here, a little bit out of my depth, coming from the city, but like most of us here in Aotearoa, we're all country people at heart, so I'm rearing to go.
The Rural Games Highland Heavies had an added edge this year with the Aussies coming to try and take down the Kiwi strongmen. The Sir Ian Edgar Trans-Tasman Highlander Championship. 3 Kiwis, 3 Aussies there to meet the challenge. The legacy event is tossing the 5.5 metre caber. This sport's been around 450 years with the aim to land the pole as straight as possible, which is known as a perfect 12 o'clock. Adam Miller, in familiar floppy yellow hat, lays down the challenge.
Ooh, gets it up and gets it over. Smile says it all.
He lands it slightly off centre. He scores a 12.15. Ashburton plasterer and reigning caber champ is Craig Manson, who prefers a run-up.
Here it comes, here comes the toss, up she goes. The arms are up, that's 12 o'clock.
The first of the new disciplines this year is the stone put. It weighs 6.5 kilos, and Australian Lachlan Page hurls it 15.15 metres. Kiwi Craig Manson uses the classic Tom Walsh style to launch it, and he reaches 16.01 metres. The stone for height is getting a 115 kilogram boulder over the bar. Jana Mihare for New Zealand attempts 2.28 metres or 7'6". But unfortunately taps the bar, so no points. So Sydney's Luke Reynolds has this for the win.
Here we go, up, looks good, can he get clean? Yes! Yes! Reynolds gets the win and stone for weight. Yeah, that's what it means.
The next throw has the delightful name of the unspunnen stone. How far you can hurl an 80 kilogram boulder.
80 kings. Here he comes. Push him, push him, push him. There it is. Clean throw.
And he hurls it 2.95 metres. That is what Aussie Bradman Houston from Sydney has to beat.
All right, Bradman Houston. 3rd strongest man in Australia. Look at that, look at the power coming out of that chest. Up she goes, here comes the approach. Gets it clean. 295 to beat. 277. Adam Miller wins the unspunnen.
Lifting the stones is the final challenge, and it is tough. The boulders range from 94 to 156 kilos. Must be lifted onto the barrels using all the strength you can muster as the stones get progressively heavier. Adam Miller leads off.
Looks good, bends those knees, gets it up, and it's on. 144, gets it up, on. Now to the last one, 156, give it a nudge, mate, come on.
The 156 kilogram stone is heavy, and it's an unusual shape and proves 1 stone too many for Adam. Jana Mihare is the game's record holder.
94, yes. 115, yes. 134, yes. 144, does he get it, Yes, okay, come on. So they do 156, what's the time? 156. Get it up, come on, go. New record, 24.82.
Great to finish with a record for Jana. So title number 5 for Palmerston North's Adam Miller. And a clean sweep for the Kiwis with Craig Manson in 2nd place and Jana Mihare in 3rd. So Adam Miller retains his title and the Kiwi team take out the inaugural Trans-Tasman Championship.
5-time winner. How do you do it? What's the trick of the trade?
To be honest, I don't really know now. The first time I did this, I showed up as an alternate because someone was injured and I managed to pull out the win. And every year I just come back and somehow pull it out.
The Skellerup New Zealand Gumboot Throw Championship is at the heart of rural games and open to all comers. Each year the challenge is coping with Palmerston North's wind. There was a bit of a westerly breeze, providing a challenging tailwind. Our intrepid hosts had a go. First up, Tangaroa Walker. And then, the shot of the day from Bonnie Jansen. No camera ops were injured in the making of this program. Taihape's Kristin Churchward is a legend in this sport as an 8-time champion, only losing once to Dame Valerie Adams.
Yes, Kristin, good one. 30.09.
Challenging Kristin's supremacy this year was Palmerston North local Jess Port, edging ahead of the champ.
Oh, what a great first throw. Well done, Jess. 30.4, well done.
And South Island champion and former White Sox softballer Lucy McIntyre stepped up.
Let's go, Lucy.
And made no race of it, with a 4-metre gap between first and second.
34.63. Well done.
I went to the Christchurch show day and had a crack at throwing it there, and at the end of it they're like, what's your email address, we'll send you some flights. What do you mean flights? And yeah, they sent me some flights to Palmerston North and I thought, why not?
So to the men's competition. It became a family affair with the McNees taking control. First up, 14-year-old Doug McNee.
What a ripper. What a great first throw there from Doug McNee from Bulls 14. 39.73. Well done.
Doug's uncle Andrew nudged it out another few metres.
Oh, another absolute ripper. I think our cameramen are not safe down there. 41.02.
Doug's father and reigning champion Stu McNee from Bulls stepped up, and once again he blitzed the field.
Wow. Dad has answered. That is a great throw.
A convincing 44.2 metre throw to claim his second title. So reigning champion Stuart McNee beat brother Andrew by 3 metres, with his 14-year-old son Doug third. Former White Sox softballer Lucy McIntyre was convincing. Jess Port was second, while champion Kristin Churchward only managed third.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's cool to do it with the brother and my son, so he's pushing me pretty hard, so it won't be long and he'll be cleaning it up, I'd say. So.
The Rural Games is a 3-day event, but not just for the current stars of rural sport, but the future stars as well. Like a young farmer contest, the Agri-Futures Clash of the Colleges competition drew its largest turnout, with over 300 pupils from 13 secondary schools across the lower North Island competing in various rural activities, both theoretical and practical. Minister of Agriculture Todd McClay sees the Agri-Futures event as a great opportunity to encourage farming as a career.
Well, I think it's pretty exciting. There are a lot more young people that are interested in the primary sector and again starting to see farming as a career choice. We've just got to open up those pathways so it's easier for all New Zealanders to choose the primary sector if they want it.
The Agri-Futures Pathways and Careers Expo is an important rural games initiative, offering young punters the chance to get advice and information about the many career opportunities the sector provides.
Basically, the food and fibre sector is one of the only things that are booming in this country at the moment, and they need people. And our job is to help secondary school teachers and youth in high schools to stick with Hort and Ag, and we want to make sure that these kids have got the necessary tools and also the inspiration and the passion and the pride.
And bringing a successful first day to a close was the fiercely contested North Island Secondary Schools Shearing Championship. The young shearers competed under the watchful eye of shearing legend Sir David Fagan, with the impressive Fielding High School coming out on top.
We had 6 teams, mixture of male and female shearers and wool handlers, so really good turnout. And what was really good was the quality of some of the shearing.
Our rural sporting royalty were nearly unrecognisable, dressed up to the nines for the 4 New Zealand Rural Sports Awards, which recognise outstanding achievement in the rural sports community. And more than 400 were there to celebrate. 21-year-old harness racer Wilson House claimed the Fonterra Young New Zealand Rural Sportsperson of the Year. While the Sports Inc. Outstanding Contribution to Rural Sports Awards were presented to fencing administrator Debbie White, leading shearing identity Paul Harris, and sheepdog trials icon Pat Coogan. The inaugural Hydroflow Contribution to Rural Mental Health Award recognised Catherine Wright's pioneering research in this field. The Permobile Award for Rural Sportsperson with a Disability was won by world champion para-athlete sprinter Danielle Aitchison. 2 rural sports icons received Courtesy Ford Lifetime Legacy Awards for their contributions to their respective fields, harness racing legend Barry Purdon and highly decorated shearer and fencer John Fagan. Next up, the Higgins Concrete Sir Brian Lahore Memorial Award for the outstanding sportsperson from a rural background to Hawke's Bay's world champion 3,000 metre steeplechaser Geordie Beamish. Tauranga arborist Steph Dryfout claimed the RX Plastics Rural Sportswoman title after winning the 2025 World Tree Climbing Championships. Jack Jordan was named the PTS Logistics Rural Sportsman of the Year. The champion axeman had a fantastic 12 months, becoming the first to win both the STIHL Timbersports World Championship and World Trophy in the same year. Jack's global titles also saw the Taumaranui farmer crowned as the supreme winner, chosen from each of the category victors. An evening of celebration ended with Te Kuiti's John Fagan becoming the first inductee into the New Zealand Rural Sports Hall of Fame. The calibre of the rural athletes impressed the evening's special guests.
I love that they're doing their thing, their way, and giving it 100%. I just try to, think how we can do a better job at making all New Zealand know about what these incredible Kiwis are doing.
Just a huge acknowledgement and of all the nominees tonight, because mate, I found it really hard, and I don't know how the judges did it in terms of they're all so close and they're all quite different, but just doing so well in the sports. I thought the speakers were outstanding. It's just been a brilliant night.
The STIHL Timbersports New Zealand Championship sees the best New Zealand axemen on display, and for the top gun, a trip to the World Championships in Germany. But it all begins with the rookies, who are all under 25. This year's event saw Taranaki's Matthew Gower and Taumaranui's Morgan Bolstad face off in the standing block.
1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Morgan on 1, Matthew on 2. Well, Morgan's got himself nice and deep. They turn pretty much in symphony together. Round we go. Hard into the timber they go. A little bit sticky on block number. Oh, look at that. Took it off with a big swing.
Then it's the single saw. Morgan Bolstad once again against Matthew Gower with a smooth, rhythmic action required.
1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. This is, my goodness, that fair getting through it. I can feel the moisture coming off the blade here on 1. Nice, good. Oh, he broke out. That's going to take him a bit to get back going. How about that? Number 2, we were looking for a good cut from Matthew on 1, but he broke out.
So a fine example of the strength of the sport in New Zealand, 2 future stars, with Taumaranui's Morgan Bolstad taking the title ahead of Hukatika's Scott Matthews by 4 points. Defending champion Matt Gower was 3rd. The famous Bolstad name lives on.
Is it a fair question to ask, this was always going to be your sport, considering the family history?
Yeah, it was always going to follow my dad's footsteps and granddad's footsteps as well, so sort of picked up an axe from when I was young and continued from there, so yeah.
To the Women's Championship, featuring 6 hopefuls, with 2019 champion and Mount Maunganui teacher Darcel Apelu leading the charge against Golden Bay's Louise Nalder in the stock saw.
1, 2, 3. All right, Darcel on 2, came off quickest. A little bit of trouble here for Louise on her upcut.
Then Otorohanga's Michaela Lord went head-to-head against Darcel Apalu. This is a single hand-pulled saw. It's called the single buck.
1, 2, 3. Oh, look at her go. Darcel here on 1. She looks like she's definitely got the speed of the saw moving. Big strokes over there, though, from Michaela. A little bit of jamming from Michaela. Jamming here on 1 as well. Oh, that's a cut, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand. Darcel and Michaela.
Darcel Apalu showed consistency across the disciplines, winning 2 of the 4 events. Second was Golden Bay's Louise Nalder and Waikato's Michaela Lord third.
What is it about the saw that just makes you get in that groove?
I think there's like a love-hate relationship with it because it can go so wrong so quickly, and I had a few jags which weren't ideal, but I think once you get the flow, you're just in the state and you can just go for it.
Always a highlight of the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games is the STIHL Timbersports Men's Championship. And when you have a world champion in the mix, the standard is heightened. The first event for the big boys, the underhand chop, with the 2 brothers, Taumaranui's world champion Jack Jordan up against his older bro, Stratford's Shane Jordan.
3, 2, 1. Go!
Okay, so both of these brothers have been in the World Championship. They know what it's like to be at the sharp end of the biggest competition for axemen in the world. First on the turn, it's Jack Jordan. Last night's form, Ford's Supreme Sportsperson of the Year. And I'll tell you what, that might be why. Good work there by Shane Jordan making a bit of a...
In Timbersports, the chainsaw is known as the stock saw. It features an off-the-shelf chainsaw against a 40-centimetre poplar log.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, they're quick off the ground, these 2. First cut going in. Jack Jordan, who made a good job of it. An absolutely level peg and come through on the second cut. There's a fair bit of ground made up there by Shane. It's going to be a close one to go and measure.
1/16th of a second is how close, and Shane got the upper hand. The standing block simulates felling a tree with an axe, and Shane and Jack go head-to-head once again.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here we go. This is where the real heat comes into the competition in the standing chop as both these brothers take out the first scarf. It's Jack Jordan first on the turn. Gives Shane Jordan a little bit of action to catch up. Has Jack done enough work on the first side? And he hasn't. He hasn't. It's given Shane the advantage there. A couple of fibres hanging on there for Jack just at the end.
Now to the single buck, the massive 2-metre long saw. It's all about rhythm and strength. And a couple of South Islanders, Tuatapari's Bobby Dowling and Westport's Neil Haitley.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so the tall man, Neil Haitley, stands up tall at the block. Means there's always a chance that the tip can hit into the ground. But Bobby Dowling showing what he does best. Why he's got all those titles in Australia. Cutting beautifully. Look at that.
The springboard is all about power, precision and balance, while reaching a height of nearly 3 metres above the ground. Up against the clock rather than each other, it's Masterton's Quinton Fawcett and Rotorua's Kyle Lemon.
Kyle Lemon grabs second board, fires the clip into the pocket, gives it a bit of a test, rams it in. He says, yeah, maybe that'll do. Hops up, not particularly square, but it's going to be good enough. So at the moment, it's all Quinton Fawcett. He's heading towards that 3/4 mark through the top block. Kyle Lemon, all the work to do, the police officer from Rotorua. But at the moment, those downward slashing strokes coming here from Quinton Fawcett. Coming in on the near side, starts moving across the end, and away she goes. That's a good cut there from the young man from Masterton. Kyle Lemon, crowd favourite. Let's see what he can do. 1, 2, 3, and she's gone.
So down to the final challenge, the hot saw, which features an 80 horsepower super saw. This is a winner-takes-all situation with triple points at stake. Which brother will win? First up, older brother Shane.
3, 2, 1, go!
3 clean slices in less than 6 seconds for Shane Jordan. And now his brother Jack has the opportunity to regain his championship title.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is going to be interesting, isn't it? Okay, here come the judges.
Jack has an incomplete cut. Unfortunately, it's a disqualification.
Oh, the drama of sport with Jack's disqualification. It's brother Shane who is the Rural Games champion and off to the World Championships in Stuttgart, Germany. Masterton's Quentin Fawcett just 3 points back in third.
Congratulations. The most important thing about the win is that berth to the World Championships. How good does this feel right now?
Oh, definitely like going over as the representative for New Zealand is like that is the biggest thing we can do in wood chopping. So yeah, it's pretty cool to to be going over there.
You and Jack were tied going into the hot saw. You put down a 5-7. Have you done anything quicker officially?
No, I haven't. I've sort of been in the sort of low 6s before. So yeah, it was sort of I knew I had to go out there and cut pretty good. And yeah, my sword did everything I needed to do, and yeah, it went well.
Encouraging kids of all ages to have a go is a core part of the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games, and a mystery haystack hunt is a great place to start. Then the opportunity to meet and pat a harness racing horse, and go for a ride on a junior version, the kids' carts. And you can't have rural games without throwing a cow pat or two.
Well, this is about as rural as it gets, thanks to Sports for putting on the cowpat throwing. It's great to see all these kids having a go. Now it's my turn. Was that quite good?
It really is a festival of things to do for the kids, and apart from the always popular face painting and bouncy castle, it's the chance to start learning skills such as operating a little orange digger. Or test your luck at the egg roulette.
Ah, no!
The tree climbing brings out your inner Peter Pan and the ability to fly high. And the petting zoo is a calm zone where you can be at one with nature.
Look, I'm having a lot of fun at this have a go stuff, but the competitor in me wants to win something. I'm going to have a go at this haystacking.
Go!
Go!
Yeah! Oh, sorry.
Stop the clock.
Sorry, mate. Good work.
Did we win?
There are 47,000 farms in New Zealand and they all need good fencing. It has to suit a variety of terrains and be robust to cope with different livestock and weather conditions on the land. The Future Post New Zealand Speed Fencing Championship spotlights the very best fencers in the country with the physical and mental challenge to build a high-quality post and wire fence in 15 minutes.
On your marks, set, go!
Back in the hunt for this year's final with 4-time champion Hawke's Bay's Tony Bouskill, Paerata fencing contractor John Graham in his first final, and defending champion Gisborne's Tim Garrick going for a three-peat and taking the third finalist spot. John and Tony are neck and neck as Tony ties his top termination knot, and with a flick of the wrist, he breaks off the excess wire.
Tony takes his top wire back, making sure that it unravels nicely.
John has loose strained the bottom wire and ties it off while Tony attaches what's known as a diagonal stay. That's the metal pole that provides structural support for the strainer posts. Tim gets in a bit of a tangle with his wire. Tony digs a shallow trench to put what's called the block in the ground. And Tim has now got himself a real bird's nest. The block is now placed in the trench and manoeuvred around for the perfect fit. And both Tony and John bolt on the metal stay. Then it's time to break out the hole borer for the middle support post, which has to be exactly 1197 millimetres above the ground. The boys then get to the finer points of straining the wire to 160 kilograms of tension and make sure everything is exact. As Tim is in catch-up mode, newcomer John Graham finishes first for speed. Tony Bouskill tidies up his gear and he's second to call time. And with a gentle wave, Tim finishes third. Defending champion Tim Garrick from Gisborne managed third this year. Newcomer Tararua's John Graham in second. And with quality a major factor, the judges assessed the comeback kid, Hawke's Bay's Tony Bouskill's work was superior. So he takes out title number 6.
Obviously had a good run a few years back. And the last couple of years sort of fell off the horse a bit. But yeah, done a bit of work to get back here and yeah, it feels really great.
A beautiful Palmerston North day to sweat it out at the Bathurst Resources New Zealand Coal Shovelling Championship. The boys in blue were keen to give it a go. And the coalition became the Coalition with the ministers Todd McClay and Mark Patterson getting black dust on their hands. The teams event culminated in 2 teams of 4 shovelling 400 kilograms of coal as quickly as possible. This shovel is called a banjo due to its round shape, and a local team called the Choppers, Daniel, Ali, Josh and William, proved to be very competitive. Their time 16.94. Then the super-toned CrossFit Palmerston North team showed the benefit of all those gym fees, with Adam Searsier, Sam O'Neill, Dan McGrady and champion Lockie Fee combining well to shovel it home with 2 seconds to spare. A winning time of 14.73 seconds. In the doubles, the task is for 2 to shovel 300 kilograms into the skip. And the West Coasters, former miner Richie Banks at 70 plus, the oldest competitor at the Games, and fellow ex-miner Royce Green, showed age is no barrier, setting the standard in a very competitive time of 18.11 seconds. So the pressure was on Manawatu's Lachlan Fee and Adam Searsier. They couldn't muck around, knowing the time they had to beat, 18.11. And they showed consistent pace to shovel their 300 kegs, with just a bit of coal dust separating first and second. 18.01 seconds, a tenth of a second quicker. To the singles, where the runner-up in the doubles, Royce Green, was out to make amends. He had to beat the time of 34 seconds set by defending champion Lachlan Fee. And he really got into the task of shovelling his 250 kilograms. The West Coast former miner and 2021 champion was back after a 5-year gap. He says the trick is not to dig too deep into the pile, keep the shovel full and make sure you hit the skip, not spilling it over the edge. And all that experience showed with Royce slamming his banjo shovel into the coal in a time of 29.95 seconds. So Lockie Fee and Adam Searsier won the doubles, and they were also in the CrossFit Palmerston North team, crowned teams champions. But Lockie had to settle for second to coaster Royce Green, who happily reclaimed his singles title after 5 years.
Haven't actually been doing too much coal shoveling. I don't work at the mines no more, but you know, just the old potholes and you know, shoveling the coal off the trailer, that's about it.
The Sam Strawn Memorial Sheepdog Trials is always a battle of wits between the shepherd, the brain behind the dog's brain, matched up against the unpredictability of 6 sheep. Bridget Henson led the women's team with her heading dog Phoebe. The first task, getting the sheep over a bridge.
We've got a couple of nervous ones. They're scared to take the walk. They don't realise that on the other side is a free run and maybe some nice grass.
The heading dog is New Zealand's only official breed, with its intense stare, which it uses to psych the sheep out.
Okay, so Phoebe's going to catch the front and make sure they don't bolt. Look at the style of that dog. Controlling it like it's a remote control.
Sit down, see.
There's only one option really, straight through the Maltese cross for them. Oh. There's one that's looking to do the bolt round the outside. It's got its head where it needs to go now, starting to look a little bit more like a hurricane scrum, working together.
Wait. Wait.
Everyone hold their breath as we go through the tucks. Maltese cross.
Stay there.
Oh no, we've got one that decided wanted to go. Oh, there we go.
there.
Hey, this is a really good run. Now we hold our breath again to get them in the yard there, the tucks yard.
Wait.
One or two of them there that have got the idea to bolt and get out of town. Now we've got to compete with the chainsaw behind them.
Sit.
How about that? That is a really good run for those competitors. You give Bridget Henson a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
In sharp contrast to the quiet focus of the heading dog that doesn't make a sound, we meet Ben Weeks with his mighty barking hunterways, Warwick and Kim.
They got a bit sticky, and then when they're not flowing, they kind of get locked up, and then when they bust out of that lock-up, they can go any which way but loose. All right, here we go. Nice. Finally, we get them through to that. One of those dogs is just getting a little bit excited about being in such a public environment.
Get in, Kim.
Oh.
Get in, Kim.
They are very, very sticky.
Righto, work. Sit down, work. Righto. Sit down, work.
Okay, so just hold your breath, and there you go. That's awesome.
So the women reclaim the title over the men, who've only won once in the past 5 years. The women scored 352 to 342 for the men. Top individual, Bridget Henson with Phoebe.
Congratulations, guys. Awesome win out there. So, Bridget, what's it like?
Oh, it's a pretty good competition today. Awesome to be here competing in front of everyone.
Yeah. And was it tough picking Phoebe to be your main dog today?
Nah, she's number one in the team.
Oh, look at. And who's on dishes this week?
The boys.
I think they said they've been on dishes all week.
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Well, we'll give them another week. Awesome win, guys. Congratulations.
The NZ Arb Speed Tree Climbing Pairs Championship highlights two arboreal skills. The ascent is a timed 12-metre sprint up the ropes, and in the work climb, the competitors navigate the whole tree. The judges giving points for safety, technique, precision, and time. Waikato Bay of Plenty's Steph Dryfout takes on the tree with her ascent.
When that second foot leaves the ground and she's off, there she goes. Look at the strides, just running up that rope.
Poetry.
Go on, Steph. A little bit of a slip there, unfortunately. She's still making great time. She's ripping up there. Go, Steph. Fantastic.
And she rang the bell at 10.81 seconds. Then it was last year's sprint winner, Wellington's Eddie White.
Here we go, Eddie punching up there. Slightly different technique, but he's working really strong. Huge strides, using his arms to power himself up the rope. He's going to reach out for that bell and look really fast.
He scurried up the rope, setting the time to beat at 8.24 seconds. The ascent is fast and furious, and Waikato Bay of Plenty's Johnny Muirhead was next.
And he's off, ladies and gentlemen, charging up, running up them. Look at him go, he's like a sprinter. Charging up there, cheer him on. Great time there.
Johnny ended up setting the standard at 7.06 seconds. The big elm in Palmerston North Square is the focus of the tree climbing event, providing a great platform for the work climb challenge, which is all about the dexterity and finesse required to navigate around the tree safely. Two-time world champion Steph Dryfout shows how it's done.
Off she goes. Steph Dryfout, everybody. Cheer her on, guys.
It's not every day you get to see a world champion competing here in Palmerston North. She is absolutely at the top of her game.
Yep, Steph won this her second world championship last year in Christchurch. That was the first time the international competition was held here in New Zealand. That's the skill of a world champion right there. Moving like it's not even hard at all. Hits that bell with the pulper in it. Fantastic movement there. Big swing here out to the limb toss. Nails a landing, stands on top.
Very controlled.
Absolutely beautiful to watch. Steadying herself out the end there and getting ready for the gumboot toss. Taking her time. Slightly short. Slightly over. Running out on the branch, as you can see. And she gets her back into position there for the final swing down.
Let's go,
Cheer her in,
Steve.
everybody. Let's go, Steph. Nailed the landing.
Steph Dreifeld in 2 minutes 03, the women's world tree climbing champion for the Waikato Bay of Plenty, who are the team to beat as Steph's teammate Johnny Muirhead takes on the work climb.
And he's off, ladies and gentlemen. Bud push over. Johnny representing the Waikato region. He was first best male in the Waikato region at the competition just last month. NZ's best and New Zealand and world's best climbers in front of you. So go, Johnny. Look at that. Good pace here.
Again, putting that speed in speed tree climbing there, you know, using his brace against the main trunk of the tree to push off as well, utilising everything around him.
He's really hustling. Great landing stuck on that. Well done. And take your time on this one, Johnny. Tossed it. Almost like a bit of a boomerang action. Nails the second one. If he finishes off quick, this could be pushing it right to the limit. Go on, Johnny. Go on, Johnny. He's nailed it. Got the landing. He's just got to unclip. Unclip. Time stops. Wow, I've got him at 1:37.
The Waikato Bay of Plenty own this championship. Steph Dreifeld and Johnny Muirhead make it 5 in a row for the Waikato Bay of Plenty, with Auckland second and the South Island pair in third place.
Steph and Johnny, congratulations, team. What does it mean to take it out, Steph?
It's pretty cool. Generally, the Waibop region's pretty strong, so we're pretty proud to represent that and take it home again for the Waibop.
Yeah, and Johnny, what were the conditions like? How was the tree today?
Yeah, conditions are awesome. Beautiful day today. And yeah, the tree's wicked. Pretty much exactly what we look for in a big open tree. Big swings and yeah, really cool.
Believe it or not, egg throwing is 700 years old, beginning in Lincolnshire in England in the 14th century. For the Steve Hollander New Zealand Egg Throw and Catch Championship, the rules are simple. 3 throws for a clean catch over increasing 5-metre distances, with the field thinning out in a trail of broken shells and yolks. At 45 metres, Manawatu Jets basketballers Caden Sands and Byron Mullins were making it look easy.
And he's through. He's clear.
Still at 45 metres, fellow basketballers Christian McDaniel and Nathan Wilson had it within their grasp.
He drops it. Hey, Stone Cold dropped it.
But Hugh Chapman and former champion Robbie Hollander were solid.
Nice. So easy.
Down to 2 and up to 50 metres for Caden and Byron from the Jets.
Here we go. This is it, he says. And celebration. That's your lucky egg there.
Hugh Chapman fired one out at 50 metres.
And he's clear.
But 55 metres was one step too many for Caden and Byron, the basketballers.
You can taste it.
So to take the championship, the experienced Robbie Hollander and Hugh Chapman were not going to be beaten.
Wow. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. There's our champions, 55 metres.
So the games record is still safe at over 66 metres. Third place went to Christian McDaniel and Nathan Wilson. Second to locals Caden Sands and Byron Mullins. And the winners of the Steve Hollander Trophy, Hugh Chapman and Robbie Hollander, revealed their secrets.
It's not your first time here. What's the technique?
Just soft hands, big arm. Yeah, we recruited each other this morning, I suppose, and thought let's have a crack. So, yeah, managed to come away with the win, which is sweet.
And when you don't have a successful catch, what goes through your head?
Just throw it again good. Don't overthink it.
Speed shearing requires next-level skill for the 10 best shearers in the country, competing for the Tony Chapman New Zealand Speed Shearing Championship Trophy. These guys shear 600 sheep a day, but for this event, they only have to shear 1. The first semi-final features Ekatahuna's world record holder Hemi Braddock against Hunterville's 21-year-old prodigy Cody Smith.
Shearers, set, go. Okay, belly wall comes off into the undermine. Oh, Cody, lovely blow into the undermine, just getting a little wee bit hooked up. Hemi Braddock, he's onto the long blow, so is Cody. The first attempt, Cody. Hemi's right there. Hemi is going to be out there, out the last side, Whānau. Come on, make some noise. Yes, sir.
1887 and a 1994.
The second semi-final sees former champion Te Kuiti's Jack Fagan against Masterton's Paerata Abraham. The aim to shear one sheep in less than 20 seconds.
Shearers, get set, go. Okay, Whānau into the undermine, Paerata up the neck. Oh, Jack is right there as well. Oh, a little bit of a wriggler there for Paerata. I think Jack will really jump all over this. Turning to the left, a little bit of a wriggle there from Fagan. Down over the shoulder with both these shearers. Come on, Whānau, make some noise. Hey.
Oh, look out. 1893 and 1937.
To take the Tony Chapman Trophy in the grand final, it's the quickest time shearing two sheep. And the two fastest semi-finalists were former champion 33-year-old Jack Fagan from Te Kuiti against yet-to-be champ Masterton's Paerata Abraham.
Shearers, set, go. Okay, Whānau, come on, make some noise for these shearers. Here they go, Paerata up the neck, he goes. Jack's right there, a little bit of a wriggler. Long blow time for Paerata. Paerata turning to the last side, it's not all over yet. Paerata down the last side, let's see what Jack can do. This man here has won more shearing speed shears than anybody else in history. 22 seconds, Paerata's into the second sheep. Let's see what Jack can do. Little bit of a wriggler there for Paerata. Here comes Jack Fagan, Whānau. Come on now, make some noise. Both of the shearers are on the long blow. Here comes Jack Fagan. Jack Fagan turning to the last side. Paerata out the last leg, he works. Oh, here's Jack's coming. Oh,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen two of the fastest shearers in the world. You've seen two of the best shearers in New Zealand. How about that?
So Wairarapa's Paerata Abraham has beaten former champion King Country's Jack Fagan with just over 2 seconds separating them, with Tararua District's Hemi Braddock in third place. Paerata has won everything else, so now he can finally claim the Rural Games Speed Shearing Championship.
Now, I'm part of the furniture at the Rural Games, and it's been a bit of a monkey because I'm a very successful speed shearer without having a big head, but never won this one. So there's about 9-10 shears. So the consistency really matters, and I've never been able to have that consistency until today.
And that's a wrap on the Ford Ranger New Zealand Rural Games for 2026.
Yes, another cracking year, and we couldn't have done it without our mates at Ford. And don't forget, you can catch extended highlights of the Rural Games on TVNZ Plus over the coming weeks for all your favourite rural sports.
We will see you guys soon.